no one got this right. So we're going to try something different. And Charity, you'll help me out on this particular exercise. I want you to practice something that you can use when you go take the exam. And that's going to be read the answers first. And the reason why I say that is so that your brain is focused on what are my choices, because sometimes Brenda will make up her own answers. So we're going to read the answers first. Charity, you'll then read the question, use process of elimination to come up with the answer. So Charity, go ahead and go through this question with us, please.
Okay. Fees collected by the real estate commission. Okay, so I chose deposited to the general funds of the
So
state.
this time, Charity, let's pretend that this is the first time you're seeing the question. So read the choices first, and you don't have to read it out loud. And then go ahead, use process of elimination. What have you eliminated?
I don't know.
Okay, so when you hear fees, what do you think they're talking about?
Is fees not monetary?
It is. Mm-hmm. So so you might see, yes, it's money, but maybe I don't know if I'm asking the question. So what type of fee do you think we are talking about here? So what's an example of a fee that the Real Estate Commission would be collecting? So let's start there. So when you took the course, you paid a school to take the course. And then when you're taking your real estate exam, you're paying the money to PSI. That's a fee, right? The $44, that's a fee. Some of it is going to PSI. Some of it, I know you probably don't know, some of it is going to the Real Estate Commission. From there, Charity, when you pass to get your real estate license, you're going to pay another fee for you to have your real estate license. So when I come to their website, you will see that you will be paying a certain fee for you to get your license, and that's where $20 of it is put into the guarantee fund. So for us, when we're going to get our license, as you see as of today, you're going to be paying $90. So the fees in this question is this part. So here, forms and fees, the fees here is where we're talking about this. And on their website, they're saying it's state by law, regulation, and subject to change with public notice. What does that mean? The government is going to be meeting in January or through March. If they feel we need to collect more money because COVID took out a lot of the money from the general fund, the government, can decide, okay, there are a lot of people who are getting into real estate. Let's raise the fees. Instead of $90, you're now paying $120. So the fees here is what we're talking about. They are governed by the Real Estate Commission. Where does it all go? That's the question. So when you go to the store and you pay the 6% to buy something, it all goes to the general fund, which is used to run the state. From when it goes to the state controller's account, it is then paid to the Real Estate Commission. And then the Real Estate Commission is using this money for them to do what? That's the question, I think. So I don't know if that helped. Does that help a little bit? So now they're asking you, when you pay that $90, Charity, to get your license, where do you think that money is used for? Did that help a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think they use the money for? Your $90, what do you think they use it for? Is it, so we know this one is not it, I guess, process of elimination, you figure that one out. And then, so do you think it goes to this or this or this?
I guess I'll go with the use to pay for educational programs and expenses of the commission.
Okay, so that would have been right. And I know you're going to be upset with me if you're doing the DC exam. So in DC, yes, it goes to do that. In Maryland, it is actually going to run the Real Estate Commission. So the Real Estate Commission, let me review different topic, but still applicable to where the Real Estate Commission is made of 9 commissioners. These 9 commissioners are volunteers. And I know for me, I struggled trying to understand the differences because I'm from a different country. So I'm going to try and simplify how it made sense for me. I have a child, and in my child's schools, there's a PTA. Parents and teachers come together and they're volunteering. So think of the Real Estate Commissioners, the 9 people, similar to PTA, where the people who are volunteering in the PTA, they're volunteering, but they're helping run the school. The Real Estate Commission and its entity is like when you call the Real Estate Commission, there's somebody hired to answer your call. So these 9 are not employees. The commissioners are volunteers. And then you have somebody who's running the school, the principal, the vice principal, and the staff in the school. So I'm just kind of analyzing both. So Michael Kasnick to me is like the principal to my daughter's school. He's the one running the Real Estate Commission department. So that's Michael Kasnick, the executive director. He's a paid state employee. And then you have other people working within the Real Estate Commission, just like in the school. You have a licensing supervisor, you have an educational director. She's going to oversee all the classes that you take in real estate. There's attorneys and paralegals because what? People mess up. And there needs to be investigation that is going to happen, and we need to make sure that we're following the rules. So the Real Estate Commission has employees. So the money that is being collected by the government, the $90, is going to now run the Real Estate Commission by paying these people. Did that help? Tell me where I need to go back. Charity, you're good? So the answer is the third one, used to pay the salaries and of the employees within the Real Estate Commission and everything else that they do. So going out there to investigate, making sure they educate us on the rules. If the investigators need training, they're going to pay for that. So that's where the money comes from the fees, your $90.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
So the selection we all made, when is that actually happening? Because that does happen, right?
Well, here I guess is where you're being asked. So it does happen, but it's not going. So the general fund, let's maybe differentiate it. What is the general fund?
It's the guarantee fund. Is that the guarantee fund, right?
No, so that's where we'll review. So the guarantee fund is different in terms of when you pay your $90. Let me go to the visual, right? When you pay your $90 the first time, $20 of it is going to the guarantee fund. The guarantee fund is different in terms of the guarantee fund is used to what? Pay for when I mess up. Right? So when I mess up, there's like, I would call it, and I hope I'm not causing confusion. The guarantee fund to my simple brain is like the insurance fund.
Right?
We're all paying into it in case something happens, then money will be taken out of that insurance fund. So that's the guarantee fund. The general fund is where when you messed up, the money did not come out of the guarantee fund because it's like, Brenda, you really messed up. So when they penalize me, so when I do something, let's say I discriminate on fair housing, it's not coming out of the guarantee fund. It's going to be something where I am going to be penalized up to the $5,000. So when I do something where the money insurance cannot cover you for this, Brenda, then they're going to charge me up to $5,000 per violation. This is the one that is going to the general fund to run the state, taking out the snow, running the public schooling system, and so on. So the fines, when you break the rules, go to the general fund to run the state. So that's how I differentiate it. Does that help a little bit?
Right. So fines go to the general
Fund, yes.
And
the guarantee fund, like an insurance.
Is insurance. Okay.
Correct. Yes. Any other questions?